Hi friends, it's Jamie and I'm here at Indian Creek Zoo in Lambertville, Michigan. And today we're going to learn about camels, and there's a couple different types we're going to talk to you about. So I'm going to introduce you to Joe Garbrick. He's the owner of the Indian Creek Zoo, and he's the one that came up with this amazing idea to start this special spot for families to come to and enjoy. Hey Joe, how's it going?
It's good. How you doing?
Good. I see you have some buddies here.
I do.
Can you tell us about them a little bit, and do they have names?
This is Humphrey, and these two we're going to let the public name them for us.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is Humphrey, and these are Bactrian camels. These are two-hump camels, and they come from China and Mongolia, and they actually come from the mountains. There's probably only 400 left in the wild, so it's really amazing. There's more in the United States than there is in the wild, and they can handle minus 30 degrees. Wow. So the Bactrians are the two-hump camels, and the one-hump camels are the dromedaries. And we've got a lot of dromedaries here. And if you see these humps on the babies here, Humphrey's 2 years old, the babies are a year. They're born with their humps, but they're floppy. And there's two things that make their humps stand up. It's protein and genetics. And these will be getting new humps, and it's all fat. And if you feel it there, it's pretty amazing.
Wow. And
you see they have humps, but they're flopped over right now. And by next summer, they'll start to stand up. So they got the neat frizzy hairdo, and they're just so much different than a dromedary.
They are really cute. So Albert in Newberry, Michigan actually asked the question, Joe. So if you can help us out with this, the question is, are camels endangered?
These camels are endangered. Like I said, there's only 400 of them, the dromedaries, in the wild. And the Bactrians are endangered. The dromedaries are not endangered. And the most dromedary camels in the world is in Australia, that was brought there in the late 1800s, and they're in the desert, and there's 1.5 million of them. So my first camel here was Ruby. And she had a baby named Tuesday here. Ruby came in 1984 from Australia. So really amazing. They live to be 40, 50 years old, and but they're just neat creatures. You can see how friendly they are. But we love them to death. I love their hairdos.
They are so cute. They're special, and I feel like they would be so fun to just stand here and take pictures of all day. I'm sure you have a lot of families come out.
We do.
And they want to photograph them, and I bet kids just love to see them. I mean, check out that mohawk.
I know.
That is some super cool hair he has going on.
Yeah, you know, and we love it because we're noted for an up-close and personal zoo, and you can see why right here. And these are our babies.
Well, I think this is a very special place, and I'm so glad that families get to come out and get this close. Like you were talking about, conservation is so important, and I think part of that is in the education and letting people know, you know, what these animals are all about, how they can help, and that's just important to educate people on. So I'm happy that the zoo is all about conservation and educating the community. That's an important thing. So thanks so much for sharing the information about that.
Thank you.
So do you want to check out some other camels and tell us a little bit more about them?
We can. We'll go down here.
Okay.
Some more.
All right, let's check out some more, friends. Big difference.
What do you say, Scully?
Oh! Okay.
He's blubbering. That's his doula. Did you get it?
Yeah.
That's his doula. He's blowing out. And that's the mating season. What do you say there? What do you say, Scoob? What do you say, Scooby?
Friends, we're back with the dromedary camels and Joe, and it's apparently mating season for these camels, so they make some funny noises that I've never heard before today. So it's very interesting here at Indian Creek Zoo. So Joe, can you tell us a little bit about this species of camel? Because I don't know a lot about him, and his name is?
This is Scooby.
Scooby.
Yeah, this is Scooby. Scooby's a dromedary. He's a big boy, and if you look at him when he comes around here, if you look at his nose, it's really small in there. And so in the desert, when the sand's blowing, they can hunker down, they can close their eyes, their ears are real small, full of hair, and it doesn't get the sand up in there. So it's just it's an amazing creature here. It's just absolutely, one of my favorites here is the camels. And so this is Scooby, and he's gonna be a ride camel for us. He's pretty big, and just gentle giant. But you can see he was a bottle fed. He was born here on the farm.
Awesome. So we have another friend that's joining us here, and can you tell us about this amazing creature?
Well, this creature here, we had somebody let the animals out one day, and they let the donkey in with the zebra, and this is what we ended up with. This is a Z-donk, or a zonkey, and if you see his ears, they don't reproduce, but it's Scooby's best buddy. Aww. And they were raised together, and so there we are.
Aw, so pretty.
Yeah.
So Cameron in Belleville asked a question about camels. How much water do they drink? How long can they go without having the water intake? Do they really store everything in their bodies like we've heard? Tell us a little bit.
There is no water tank up top. It's all fat, and if they go without water, they'll drink every day. And if they go without water, they can live. They use them in the desert and stuff for the simple reason they can go a long time without, and they'll turn that fat into keeping them alive. You know, that hump will actually shrink and stuff. So they go weeks without water, and a horse or mule couldn't. They were brought over in the United States in the early 1800s, and when they were done with them, when the train came across, they let them loose, and they actually were shot because there was no internet, and people didn't know what a camel was, and it spooked the horses. And same thing in Australia, except those weren't shot, and there's 1.5 million today. So it's just an amazing story on the dromedary camels.
Wow. So one really special thing that we talked about earlier is you really get the up close and personal here at Indian Creek Zoo. So I think that's so special, and one of the really fun things that you get to do is take a camel ride. So tell us about that, Joe. How often do you do camel rides? And of course in warmer weather, because it's winter right now, so things are a little bit different out here, and we have some animals in the barns and such to keep them warm. But in the summer, can you tell us about camel rides?
Well, the last few years we've been doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and with our growth the last couple of years here, we're probably going to do it more days. But for sure, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's $5 for a camel ride, and you know, come to Indian Creek Zoo and take it off your bucket list.
Yeah. That sounds so much fun, you guys. So check out IndianCreekZoo.com, check out the Facebook and the Instagram, and obviously YouTube, which you're probably on right now. Check out our videos, because next time you tune in, we're going to learn about a different species. Thank you, Joe, so much for talking to us today and telling us about these amazing animals. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. You my buddy. You my buddy.